Tape W suivi d'école au Sénégal. D'accord. À école au Sénégal. C'est facile, tu n'as qu'à te connecter. Tape école au Sénégal. Les leçons sont beaucoup plus détaillées.
Expressions. We're still on expressions, and we started off with appreciation. I hope you check out the video on appreciation. And now we're going to talk about regrets. Being remorseful is another word, regrets. Being remorseful. Okay. Remorseful. So you're being remorseful. That's showing regret. Okay. That's showing regret. You're remorseful about something. It's being showing regret. And what are some of the terms that you can use as far as showing regrets is concerned? And so regrets is maybe that you're feeling sad. It's a feeling that is very apologetic, in the sense that maybe sometimes you've done something and you're like, oh, it dawned on you later on that I should have done it maybe a different way. So there's a sense, or there's a feeling of sadness, of being remorseful, of being, trying to be apologetic about something, or thinking that maybe if I had done something, if I had done it a different way, the results probably would have been better. So those are part of showing regrets, okay, of being apologetic sometimes. Because if I say I regret my action, it's a way of simply saying that I apologize for my actions, probably for what I said or probably what I did. That's showing regrets, okay. And so we have the regrets. For example, I regret. I regret is actually thinking about something that you have done that you probably would have done it a different way. That is, that's been showing regrets, okay? It's action that has already probably passed, that you're thinking, oh, I'm sorry that I did what I did, okay? And so you say there are actually 3 of them. And the first one is, I regret. For example, I regret eating your sandwich. Okay, and I put gerund here because gerund is actually a verb plus ing. That's a gerund. Gerund is a verb and ing. And so oftentimes with I regret, you use the I regret plus a gerund. And that's the first rule, So I regret eating your sandwich. I regret coming late to work. I regret throwing your box of souvenirs. I'm regretting. I am sorry about it. I really do regret. It means that you're being really apologetic about what you've done, because you're using the gerund, which is here, which is the verb plus the ing. It's a gerund. And then you have, of course, in using regrets or the I regret, you have the noun phrase. The noun phrase is a word that comes before the noun, and so you have the noun phrase, okay? And that's an example. I regret that purchase. That purchase is that noun phrase. I regret that purchase. It cost me a handful. It was a huge waste. I regret it. I wish I didn't have to buy it. I regret that handshake. I regret not coming to your wedding. Not coming. So that's a negative part. I regret not coming. That would be the gerund. I regret not coming to your wedding. We really regret not being there to support you. Not being there is a gerund. Not being there to support you. You're regretting your actions, something that has already passed. You're regretting your actions or your thoughts or your words that you said. That is a regret. And then you have another regret that would be, I wish. I wish is using the past perfect. I wish. It means that something that you were hoping that you probably would have done, I wish, or probably that you wouldn't have done. I wish I had studied harder for the exams. So it's an action that is already past. I wish I had studied harder for the exams. I wish I had studied, past perfect. Had studied, because it's past perfect. I wish I had studied harder for the exams. Okay? I wish I had come earlier. I just missed the train. Oh, zut. I wish I had come earlier. I wish I had woken up earlier. Okay, I wish I had said yes to that dude. Now he's gone. So it's an action that is already that you're hoping that it would have happened, but it's already past. An expression is already past. Okay, so I wish it's always a past perfect. I wish I had. I wish I hadn't listened to you. I wish I hadn't listened to you. Okay, I would have probably made it. I wish I hadn't listened to you. I wish I hadn't taken that glass of wine. Okay, and then oftentimes we do not use a past perfect. Americans, especially the American language, oftentimes it's something that you need to know when you're talking about wishing or regrets. Oftentimes in the American language, they would not use a past perfect. They would just use the past simple, okay, the spoken, especially when you're speaking, because oftentimes what we speak is not necessarily what we write on. So please be careful as you learn your English. And so Americans would often, in your spoken terms, as far as regrets are concerned, they would probably often use the past simple. Whereas the British would actually, what they say is what they write. That's the difference with Americans and English, okay? And so, but the Americans would leave the had and say, I wish I studied harder for the exams. You see that the past perfect is not there. The perfect is not there. The had is absent here, okay? So in the spoken, you say, oh, I wish I studied harder. I wish I came sooner. I wish I didn't have that phone call. I wish I did have that last glass, So I wish I came in. So you see that the past perfect, is not present with the spoken, oftentimes, okay? But please, I would rather prefer that you use the past perfect when you're writing, and even why not with the spoken? So you're wishing, okay, you're really hoping, you're really wanting something to happen, or to have happened or so, okay? And so that is with the past perfect, okay, And then you have the last one, which is the usage of I should or I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have been there. I shouldn't have gone. Okay, I shouldn't have said yes. I should have tried those pants. Okay, and so should means something that you hope that you would have actually done that you did not do. And so now you're showing some kind of remorse for something that you probably would have done that you did not do. Okay, and should, of course, that should is a model, because we know the models can, could, would, should. And so you say that, for example, I should have tested those colors first. Before using those colors, I should have tasted. So you're regretting something that you would have probably done, but you did not do, and that you're regretting your actions. Okay, that is what should. I really should have gone. Okay, I really should have listened to you before deciding, okay? I shouldn't have slept so late. I was late for my exams this morning. I really should have slept so late. I really shouldn't have. So shouldn't have is something that you would have probably not want to do, but then, now you're regretting. Something that you should have done that you did not do, something that you omitted to do that you should have done. That is a should or a should have. Okay? I should have listened to you. Okay, I shouldn't have picked up those colors. They're not, they don't flow together. So that is I should or shouldn't have. They shouldn't have been here. Okay, and so these are some of the things that you can use. So remember that in using regrets about something that you did, something that you should have done that you did not do, or something that you should have done another way, there are actually 3 of them that you can use. I regret, I wish, or I even wished. I wished for a table but it did not come. You can add an ed and say I wished I hadn't been here. So I regret, I wish, I should, or I shouldn't have. Those are the 3 forms main that you can use as far as expressions of concern for regrets. If you have other examples, let me know about. I hope that you use them in your regrets and your appreciations. I thank you and I'll see you next time. Choice. Bye.
Sénégal, d'accord. À École au Sénégal, c'est